Y'all, welcome back to Moments with Miss Amy. I am so glad you joined me. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about work. While some of you may think of work, W-O-R-K, as a dirty four-letter word, I'm going to tell you it's not. You may not be working where you enjoy working. Maybe you should look at that and see if there's another option out there for you. But that's not what we're getting into right now. What I wanted to share with you is about something that I learned in the Bible. And that is Ecclesiastes 3:13. Also, that everyone should eat and drink and take pleasure in all his toil. This is God's gift to man. Now, by man, that is mankind, human. So it's for everybody, all right? And we should eat and drink and take pleasure in our toil or our work. What does that actually mean? The way that I take it is that I should be able to, the things that I do, that I'm working at, I should be able to have pride in myself for doing it. And I gotta tell you, I do. I do. I get so excited and proud of myself when I accomplish something, when I put my hand to a job and it works out great. I drive Lyft. It's one of the things that I do, Lyft and Uber. And with driving Lyft and Uber, I meet so many people from so many different walks of life. And I love that because I love to talk to people and I love to learn about different places and learn about different walks of life. And for me, getting out and working, driving, and taking people from point A to point B, wherever they need to go, is one way that I can bring in cash flow. It's one way that I can meet other people. And it's one way that I can take pleasure in the work that I'm doing. I enjoy it. Going and working at a regular 9-to-5 job, it's something that I've done on and off over the years, and at times that is what I enjoyed. Right now, for me and my schedule, working a gig, which gives me the opportunity to turn on my app when I'm able to work, turn it off when I'm not, is the best way for me to work. But it still gives me the opportunity to work, and I can take pride in myself for actually doing it. I also, as you know, I do these videos. And you know something? When I do a video and I get it done and all edited and I throw it out there and people view it and people comment on it or talk to me even outside of YouTube and let me know what they thought about it, I love it. I have pride in myself for the work that I did, researching the scripture, thinking about what I was going to post, posting it, and then all the editing and everything else that I do with it. I take pride in myself for doing it. And I have pleasure because I did a job well done. I am also learning how to do marketing affiliate. I take pleasure. Did you know that school is work? It really is. And I am excited when I'm on and I'm learning. And that's part of my working. Because what I learn, I'm able to apply, which is helping me to be able to take that next step in what I'm going to do with marketing affiliating, right? So realizing that work can be so much more than just punching a time card and going and whatever the job may be, but also realizing that those jobs, punching that time card, are vital too. Maybe right now you don't know what you want to do for your future. And you know what? That's okay. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be in your 70s and be like, well, I'm really not sure what I want to do in my future. But if you are able to and you want to, do something now. I get really frustrated at people thinking that, one, they couldn't do something different because they're too old right now. You know what? If you get online and you do some research, there's some people out there that were in their 80s that changed their career, that went to school in their 70s and 80s to change what they were doing. So there's no excuse, y'all. We can always change and grow to do something different. But besides that, I also get frustrated when people don't work because A, like I said, they don't know what they want to do, or B, they don't want to like do a job that is beneath them or whatever. You can take pride in whatever you do. Okay. I actually have someone that I know from years ago that would volunteer, and part of their volunteering that they did was actually cleaning bathrooms and, doing the types of work that most people don't want to do. But you know what? They took pride in what they did. And that's one of the things that makes a total difference. If you take pride in what you do, whether it's cleaning toilets, whether it's cutting up food, whether it's serving food, selling insurance, taking care of people in a facility, being a nurse or a doctor, whatever, as long as you take pride in what you do and you do your best at it, you're contributing, and that is phenomenal. So I want you to stop and think for a moment. When is the last time you actually did something, whether it was rearranging your room and cleaning, whether it was creating a video and posting it, solving a problem, doing a job, going to work, getting that first paycheck, getting a raise? When was the last time you felt pride for yourself for the toil that you had done? Because you know something? It's part of what makes us special as humans, that we can go and do something and have a good feeling come from it. And I think that's really important. I think it's something that gets lost out there. Sometimes it seems that people are looked down upon over some of the jobs that they do, whether it's by themselves or by others. Maybe it's just a stigma that we have put out there. If it's a trash person, somebody out collecting trash, like a garbage truck or whatever, somebody who's working at a gas station, working at Starbucks, at McDonald's, at any of the other fast food joints, and they're not doing a heavy using your mind, like a doctor or a scientist or a chemist or an engineer, type of position, that I think sometimes that we feel like that's a lower position. But you know something? I think that the last year, 2020, and the beginning of 2021, with everything COVID, really made us realize how important that jobs are, no matter what people are doing. I don't know about you, but when I go through a line for fast food, I want to have enough people working there to get me my food. And not only that, you know what, y'all? I worked fast food. Years ago, I did, and I absolutely loved it. So you don't knock it till you try it, I guess is the best way to say it. But not only that, I hear people, especially people, I think from my era, my age, they kind of look down on younger people that aren't working and maybe give that feeling to them that they really should be out there working. And yet at the same time, diss some of these other small jobs, some of these, walk-on, no experience jobs, and make the younger people think, well, I shouldn't go work there because that's not a good thing. But you know what? Any job experience that you can get can lead to something more. Back many years ago when I worked at the A&W, had I stayed there working, perhaps I could have worked up into management. Who knows? By now, I could own some A&W restaurants. I left there. I didn't end up staying. I changed careers. But what I did find by doing that was a sense of purpose. I learned a schedule. I learned a routine. I learned a regimen. I learned how to make some of the best eggs that can be made, okay? Like, seriously. We had a cook there. His name was Danny. He was phenomenal. And our breakfast, so good. And I learned some of his tricks and tips. So anywhere you go, anything you're doing working-wise, you're able to pull from that and learn more that's going to benefit you later on in life. So if you're watching this and you don't have a job, hopefully this gives you a little bit of incentive to get out there and do something, and get out there and work and have pride in yourself, because I'm proud of you. All right? If you're too young to be working, you know what? There's still stuff you can do. If You clean your room, change your room around. Maybe help with cleaning in the house with other things. You know what? There are young people out there starting businesses online. There's young people out there that are changing the world with things that they're writing and creating through YouTube and things like that. There's a lot of different things that you could do. So don't sell yourself short. You don't have to be a specific age to contribute. And you don't have to be a specific age to take pride in yourself. I seem to remember maybe 11, 12 years ago, a little girl scooped up a big bag of dog food and carried it, helping me bring in groceries. And I'll tell you what, she was proud of herself for that job. So you could be any age and be proud of what you do. In fact, you could be a grandma or a great-grandma and be doing things that you're proud of too. So make sure that you don't sell yourself short. Make sure that you put your hand to the work that you're called to do. So let's all work together and make sure that we make our future brighter than ever. So make sure that you click like, leave me a comment. I love to hear what you think of the videos. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell so you know when the next video drops. And I want to thank you again for joining me for Moments with Miss Amy.